We're glad you're with us tonight. I'm Lynn Brooks.
And I'm Terry Brewer. It's almost been 1 month since deadly tornadoes ripped through Jefferson County. 2 people were killed and about 100 more were hurt.
Some people may not expect severe weather in January, but experts say it can happen anytime here in the state of Alabama. That's why you always want to be ready.
More on that is in tonight's top story at 5 o'clock. Governor Robert Bentley has declared this week as Severe Weather Awareness Week in Alabama. Today's focus is on severe thunderstorms. Weather experts say nearly 2,000 thunderstorms could be happening around the world at any given moment. However, just 1% of these are classified as severe, and a small amount of these have the potential to produce tornadoes. But officials say people should treat a severe thunderstorm warning like a tornado warning. Bentley says because of events over the past year, this year's Awareness Week is even more important.
Well, you know, last year when we did the Severe Preparedness Week, we had no idea that we would have the greatest natural disaster that's ever hit this state in the tornadoes. But that just shows that we do need to be prepared.
According to the National Weather Service preliminary numbers, there were 1,709 tornadoes in the year 2011. So far this year, there have been 96 tornadoes. Of course, our on-staff severe weather expert, Chief Meteorologist Richard Scott.
Yeah, what a year, and what a couple of years we dealt with active severe weather, several seasons in a row, and it looks like the spring could actually be another active season in terms of tornadic storms and severe weather. But this is Severe Weather Awareness Week, and what we're talking about is getting you guys prepared for what's ahead. And we've got a graphic to show you guys what today's theme is, and that is severe thunderstorms. And what a severe thunderstorm basically is, when you have winds in excess of 58 miles per hour, a hailstone that's quarter size or larger, and the chance of a tornado. By the way, severe thunderstorms can produce tornadoes, so always keep in mind, even though if it is just generally a thunderstorm warning, it can produce tornadoes, so you always want to be in your safe place. We'll have more on our website, WVUATV.com. Click Weather Blog, and we got more each day about each day's theme of severe weather, whether it's severe thunderstorm warnings, lightning, or tornadoes. And by the way, tomorrow's theme is lightning.
All right, thank you, Richard. On your Money Watch, gas prices are setting a new record. Now, experts say gas prices have never been higher during this time of the year. Now, according to AAA, the national average for a gallon of regular sits at $3.56 per gallon, and some states are seeing prices as high as $4 a gallon. In the Tuscaloosa area, gas prices range from $3.39 to $3.56. Officials say oil has hit a 9-month high. Last week, the price of oil went up $5 in just 1 week. Experts partially blame the conflict overseas. Oil expert Peter Clark tells WVUA he thinks prices will eventually smooth out.
How high it's going to go, I have no clue. My gut feel is that things will finally calm down. The Iranians have to sell their oil. They can't just arbitrarily cut Europe off without having someplace else to sell it.
Now at 6, we'll have more on gas prices, but you can learn more about gas prices in Alabama. Just go to WVUATV.com, click numbers and links.
Now on your election watch, the countdown is on for the Alabama primary. Voters here heading to the polls in just about 3 weeks, so it's getting close.
Yes, and there are some important dates to keep in mind. The primary is set for March 13th. March 2nd is the deadline to register. Now, if you are voting with an absentee ballot, you have until March 8th to turn in that application. March 12th is the deadline to turn in the absentee ballots. It's important to note the week of the primary is also spring break for the University of Alabama, Tuscaloosa County, and city schools. If needed, the Alabama primary runoff is set for Tuesday, April 24th.
The Alabama Supreme Court Chief Justice is calling for millions of dollars in funding for the state's court system. Chief Justice Chuck Malone saying he wants $17 million just to keep up with the growing caseloads. The court system received $152 million back in 2011, but dropped to $139 million this year. Malone says they're working with 5-year-old equipment and 50% manpower.
On your health Watch, a solution on the horizon for a shortage of a popular cancer-fighting drug. Now, as we have reported, the drug methotrexate reached critically low levels after a leading maker shut down some of their factories. But according to leaders at the Children's Oncology Group in Pennsylvania, there is help on the way. Chair of the Children's Oncology Group, Dr. Peter Adamson, released a statement last week saying the problem should be resolved within 2 weeks. This is good news for Scott Goldsmith, who lives in Tuscaloosa. His son Fuller is battling leukemia and uses the drug. Goldsmith says he was concerned about the shortage, but was more concerned about why it happened in the first place.
The bigger issue is, how the FDA and the government can let this shortage come about. It should never come to that, and hopefully, as a result of this, there'll be changes made so that shortages won't occur in the future.
Now, you may have noticed red ribbons around Tuscaloosa. Those are part of a campaign called Paint the Town Red for Fuller. It's to raise funds to help him and others in their treatment. Goldsmith says so far they've raised $25,000. Whitney Houston has been laid to rest. The Queen of Pop died just over a week ago in a Beverly Hills hotel and was buried Sunday in her native New Jersey.
Friends and family gathered in a private service to pay their final respects to the singer. Barbara Hall has more on Houston's last journey home.
Whitney Houston's coming home journey is over. The hearse carrying Houston's body arrived at Fairview Cemetery in New Jersey Sunday morning. Sunday's private family burial follows a star-studded invitation-only memorial service on Saturday.
We feel such awesome pain and yet joy. The pain is the suddenness of Whitney's transition, and yet she lived to be 48.
Memorial guests like Oprah Winfrey and Gayle King attended a reception at the Newark Club immediately following the ceremony. Houston's ex-husband Bobby Brown left Saturday's service early, but said in a statement and at a New Edition concert that he will continue to pay respects to his ex-wife.
I want to give blessings to my ex-wife, Whitney Houston. I love you.
And while the weekend's events were private, fans still gathered to commemorate the pop idol.
It's a celebration of life. Okay, she's gone, but she's never forgotten. Whitney will always be in our heart.
I was actually shocked because I grew up on Whitney, listening to her music. That's all I pretty much listened to at my home. So when I found out that she was dead, it was kind of like a part of me also died along with her.
Houston has been laid to rest next to her father. But there's no rest for investigators still trying to learn exactly what caused the star's untimely death. I'm Barbara Hall, reporting.
Houston leaves behind an 18-year-old daughter, Bobby Christina.